Looking for a knit pattern that's colorful, cozy, and free? Meet the Everbloom Blanket. My name is Rachel Alford from Cozy Nooks Designs, and today I'm going to show you how to make the Everbloom Blanket. This blanket uses mandala gradient yarn, so it transitions from dark to light in the yarn, so it makes for some really fun color pops in this blanket. This blanket also comes in 3 different sizes: baby, lapgan, and throw, so you can choose your own adventure with your size. This pattern is a free pattern on my blog. You can get right here. And it's also a Lion Brand yarn kit, so you can get all of the yarn needed to make this blanket, and the free pattern is included. One of the best parts of the Lion Brand yarn kit is that you can choose the yarn color in the mandala gradient line. So you can choose any of these colors pictured here. And you can get the Lion Brand yarn kit right here. So let's grab our needles and yarn and let's get started. These are the materials needed for the Everbloom blanket. You're going to need mandala gradient yarn. This is the color red. And I have the yardage needed for the different sizes. You can find that on my blog. So depending on your size, you'll need different amounts of yards, but you will need 2 skeins to start with for all of them, because you're going to start at the bottom of the blanket, and once you hit a bubble stitch row, you're going to start with another skein. So if you start from the outside for the body of the blanket, you're going to start from the inside with the bubble stitch row to give that contrast color. And then you're going to need circular needles. This is a US 9 5.5 millimeter circular knitting needles, 47-inch length, but depending on your size, you might not need 47 inches. These are double pointed needles, 5.5 millimeter, and this is for the I-cord border edging, tapestry needle, and scissors. And like I said, make sure you bring up the blog post so that you can check your size that you are going to be making, and make sure that you have the correct numbers. There are 3 different sizes offered for this blanket pattern. There is the baby, lapgan, and throw size. The blog posts also have very helpful pictures and diagrams to aid you in making this, and I think it will be really, I'm a visual learner, so for me to be able to see the diagrams and to see the pictures, it really helps me visualize and make things easier. So you can get that blog post here. So we're going to begin the project by casting on. I'm going to be using the outside of a skein, and so it will be darker for the bottom of my sample, but you can choose if you want it on the inside or outside and what color of the gradient you want. And so just for the small sample size, I'm going to be casting on 23, but look at the blog post to figure out how many stitches you need to cast on. So I have my stitches casted on, and now I'm ready to begin row 1. It says that I need to knit across, and I'm going to knit across for a total of 17 rows. I'm probably not going to do 17 rows for my small sample size, but I will do some for this garter stitch in the beginning of the blanket. So we'll meet back up on row 18. Here is my small sample size. I did not do a full 17 rows, but it's enough to be able to show you what the garter stitch looks like. And so now I'm just using the same skein, but you can grab another skein and then pull from the inside because we're changing colors. And so I'm going to do this next row, this purl row, in my new color. So I'm just purling all the way down for this one. And this is beginning our bubble stitch. And that's why we're doing it in an alternating color, because it's really going to pop out. So for this first bubble stitch, we're doing it with this alternating color. And then the next bubble stitch, we're going to do it with this color we started out with. And then the third bubble stitch is going to be with this inside color again. So each bubble section has 3 bubble stitch rows, if that makes sense. So that's why we will be alternating the colors to get the 3 bubble stitches to really pop out. All right, 3 more stitches for this purl row. And then the next row I will be knitting. And then we will meet back up on row 23, where we're going to do our knit 4 below, and we're going to use this color to really cinch up the bubble stitch. So I'll meet you back on row 23. I'm ready for row 23, and so I need to switch back to my base color that I started with, the outside of the skein, and so I had to cut it because I ended that right here, so I had to cut it. We are going to be putting an I-cord border on it at the end, so these tails we can weave in and hide them in the I-cord, so it won't be too bad. You can also carry your yarn up the side when you can, and so I'm going to do kind of a mixture of that. All right, so now for this row, we're going to knit 3. 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to do our knit 4 below. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where we're going to be inserting our right needle, and then take it off our left, ladder down. You can see it is free. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 ladders, and now I'm going to knit. I split the yarn there. There we go. So you can see this is what it looks like, and this is what's going to cinch and create that bubble. So now again, we're going to knit 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to count down 1, 2, 3, 4. Insert my right needle, take it off my left, ladder down. There we go. And I have my ladders. So now I'm going to knit 1 and then knit 3. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ladder down. Do this all the way across for this repeat. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take it off my left needle and then knit. 1, 2, 3. And we have 4 stitches left in this small sample size, so we've done it correctly. We've done our repeat correctly. We didn't miss any, which is good. And then ladder down. This will be our last bubble for this row. And then knit 1, 2, and 3. So this is what the row is looking like. It's starting to take shape a bit, but it will really start to take shape once you do this next section here. So rows 24 through 28 are the same, just purl, knit, alternating. So let's meet back up on row 29. I'm ready to do row 29, and you can see that I did carry my pink up the side when I was working these rows that I just did. And you simply, let me show you how to do it to do row 29. So if I were to be working the red still, I just twist it like that and then work my row like normal. So now for row 29, I am going to be using this pink color. So I'm just going to grab it and let my other color hang out right there. And so to do row 29, we're going to knit 1, knit 4 below, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here, I'm going to insert my right needle, take it off my left needle, ladder down, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got my 4 ladders, and so then I'm just going to knit it. Like that. Knit 3, 1, 2, 3. Count 1, 2, 3, 4. So essentially you're going to be working 1 stitch of red, 1 up from there. So inserting my needle into that stitch, or 4 down if you want to count it that way. But for this pattern, it does work out to be 1 above the color change. Knit 1, knit 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's take a look at how that is coming together. So you can see the bubble stitches are staggered now. They're in between, since we knit 1 first to begin instead of knit 3 to begin. So the next bubble stitch section I'm not going to show you because it is exactly like the first section we did, row 23. So we will just go over this section, and then I think you'll be able to do the next one by yourself. All right, so right here, take it off my left needle, knit 1, knit 1, 2, 3, and then right here, ladder down. Sometimes it can get stuck, like this one. There we go. All right, there we go. There we go, knit 3, 1, 2, 3. And we have one more knit 4 below that we need to do. And then we just have 1 stitch at the end of our row here, so we've done it correctly. This bubble stitch is probably the, oh dang it, it's because of this, it always wants to fall off. So just try to go slowly when you're laddering down. Take your time on this one. There we go. And then knit it. Perfect. And then the last stitch, knit 1. So that is row 29, and we're going to do knit, purl, repeat again. So I'm going to finish off this last bubble in the pink by off camera, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done with that, with the sample. So we'll meet back up at that point. This is what my small sample looks like after I've done those garter stitch rows. And now that you know how to do the repeat, you should be able to do the blanket in its entirety. I do have a video showing how to do the border on this blanket. It is an applied I-cord border, and I have a full video tutorial on that, and you can find that here. Thanks for joining me. Hey friends, thanks for watching this with me. If you are looking for more free knit patterns, I have this playlist right here that shows all that I have to offer. I have cardigans, blankets, scarves, vests, and I'm continually adding more of them. So go ahead and click on over here and pick your next project.